Thank you for clicking on the video. We are the real Detroit Lions fans. If you're a real Detroit Lions fan, I want you to hit subscribe. I want you to hit the like button. I want you to leave a comment. We want to hear your feedback, and we want to get you involved. How about that game, Andrew?
All right, Dylan. So, I am.
You were at the game. So, okay, let's start out with this. So, there was a guy who goes by James Jones because that's his name.
Yo, fuck James Jones.
And he's a Green Bay Packers alumni because he was a wide receiver there. I don't know if you remember him. He always used to wear a hoodie under his jersey. He was okay. He's like their third string receiver behind Greg Jennings and Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson. He was a fourth string receiver, to be honest with you. And he came out and said that the Detroit Lions fan base is the quietest in the NFL. He said that playing in Detroit is like playing at a practice facility. So why don't you tell me, how was the 12th man on Sunday?
Yo, so first off, James Jones played like 50 years ago, okay? This dude played when Aaron Rodgers was in his peak freaking form. Green Bay was just rolling over everyone. Every year they were going to NFC Championship. Dude, it hasn't been like that the last couple of years. Green Bay hasn't even beaten us in like the past two seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons. So, yeah, it's been different since he played. Back then, dude, I went to the games. The games were quiet. But the 12th man last night was freaking ridiculous. Like, I couldn't even talk to my buddy next to me. And I went to the Chargers game, which was also one of the loudest games I've been to. And the Kansas City game was way louder. And even the fourth quarter, like, I could not hear. Like, my ears were ringing because of how loud it was. So the 12th man was there.
That's awesome to hear.
And yeah.
Because we needed it. This was the game we needed it for. We heard it in pretty much every media person was saying it. Everybody that has a Lions podcast was saying it. Detroit Lions podcast is the one I listen to the most. I love them. Give them a shout out, yeah. They're way more professional than we are, but they're awesome. But anyway, they're real fans. They were saying, man, 12 man has to show up. And it's so hard to tell on the TV if it's actually affecting the game, because like, yeah, like you get it. And like, what's that? Were you in the end zone?
I was behind the end zone up a little bit, but dude, it was loud. Like,
yeah,
the loudest game I've ever been to. So
yeah, those sections seem to be a little more loud, a little more hype and rowdy. It's those dang It's those dang season ticket holders. I had one person season ticket one time, right? And it was like the third row behind the Lions bench, behind the Lions sideline. And it was the quietest section I've ever been in. Honestly, it's just a bunch of rich people that have had season tickets for like 40 years and they're so sick of the Lions at this point, Yeah. So they're just sitting down. They never get up. They're never hype. I don't know. Like I didn't enjoy sitting in that section at all. And those are the best seats I've ever had.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I personally like being higher up because you can see the field better. You can see what's going on. But like you said, fans are a lot louder upstairs and whatever. But, dude, there was like no open seats. And I mean, like, I've been to a lot of Lions games and I've never seen it this packed. And it was just freaking loud. So,
yeah. I think they said even the standing, they only have like standing seats available some games. And they said even those sold out. So that's awesome. It was packed. Awesome. All right, well, let's jump into the game. Let's just go over what happened real quick. Okay,
break it down, baby.
So we went into this game, at least I went into this game thinking like, man, if we are competitive against the Chiefs, I'll be so happy. We just need them to not blow us out, right? And I think Patricia had that like mindset going as well because he challenged something on like what was it, like a fourth play of the game or something like that? Like very early in the first drive, he threw a challenge flag for like a 1 yard. The spotting.
It was the spot of the ball.
Yeah. And we didn't end up needing it because it didn't get overturned, and then we got the first down anyway. But I think that's what Patricia's mindset was. They were like, we need every single inch, we can get with this team, and we need to score on every position, and and but all in all, I think the performance was fantastic. I loved what they brought to the field, the toughness. Everybody's talking about their resiliency, and I definitely agree. They're definitely resilient. They play the full 60 minutes, and they brought the fight to Kansas City, and they got up early. They got up early to was a 10-0 lead.
Yep.
And we knew. I think at the end of the first quarter it was 10-0, and we knew like that lead can easily be taken away. Like Patrick Mahomes and that offense can score 10 points in like 40 seconds. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
No time at all. So we knew we had to keep our foot on the gas. We knew we had to continue to contain Patrick Mahomes, and throughout the game we completely did. It's hard to say we shut the guy down because they scored 34 points on us, and he had like over 300 yards and stuff. But like we shut him down. You know what I mean? Comparative to his stats every single game and overall, we shut him down, and we shut that offense down. And it was not minor mistakes, major mistakes, but only a few of them that really lost us this game, in my opinion. And I think that is very promising going forward. And I love the way that this team is built, and I love the way that Patricia's coaching it. I can't believe I've never felt this good after a loss in my whole life, because now we know like we can hang with the big dogs in this league on a competitive level throughout the entire game, make some mistakes, and come out the next play swinging still, trying to win this game. Like let's just go over it. But I'll let you talk. I know I'm going on this huge soliloquy right now, but let me just tell you what we overcame, and we still were in this game till the end of almost won it. We overcame Slay being injured. We overcame Mike Daniels being injured and Deshaun Hand being injured. We haven't seen Deshaun Hand this whole season. And Mike Daniels, like when you take out a starter, especially in the secondary, two of the top, 5 guys on your defense, that's going to ruin chemistry. That's going to ruin a lot of things, all that. Decker was still, trying to heal up from injury. Stafford clearly had that hip or back problem, even though we didn't see it in the game. He played like a monster. And but they were saying throughout the week he had a flare up and it was hurting him. So there was that. Man, what else? There was honestly like questionable officiating, obviously. Obviously
not questionable. It was the worst freaking officiating I've ever seen.
The worst, but then on top of that, I mean, red zone fumbles. With that one that Galladay didn't tackle him in the end zone, which would have made it a touchback, and then he ran 100 yards for the touchdown. We gifted the best offense in the league 7 points. We gifted him that, and we still hung in there, almost won this game. Like if you look at the stats, time of possession, we won. Okay. Total yards, we won. Passing and rushing yards, we won. First downs, we tied them. We each had 29 first downs. They had more turnovers than we did. The only thing is we had one more penalty than they had. But the yards were about the same. They had 51 yards of penalties. We had 48. So everything was either even or we beat them in. I can't believe that happened this early in the season with a Lions team that going into this season, the majority of people were thinking we can go easily 0-6 or 1-5, to start the season. ESPN was predicting us to go 0-11 to start off the season. And we came out and we showed like our worth and like who we are as a team. Yeah. What did you think about the game going into it? And then what happened, especially from the perspective of somebody that was at the game? I want to know.
Dude, going into the game, like I said, we have to be as aggressive as possible. We can't make any mistakes, and we have to be able to contain Mahomes somehow. Because I wasn't worried about the run game. I was worried about the passing game. I had hope we would win, obviously, because I'm a Lions fan. But honestly, it's Kansas City. Odds were stacked against us. But I had hope. Dude, the Lions did a phenomenal job. I mean, they played their asses off for 60 minutes. The game almost lasted 4 hours, and it didn't even go into overtime. Okay, drove me nuts. Being there, dude. I mean, I freaking was just going ham. Like everyone around us was standing up for the majority of the game. We were all screaming. Like everyone was clapping nonstop. Like on defense, it was a lot of shit. Stafford, when we were in the red zone, he literally was like, quiet down, because they start chanting, like Detroit Lions or so. I don't know. They said, I don't know. They started to chant while we're on offense, and I was like, I want to join because we're so hyped. But like, you're supposed to be quiet on offense. So Stafford literally had to quiet him down. 12th man, phenomenal. But yeah, as far as the game goes, dude, we made too many mistakes. Like I said, we had to be perfect.
Oh yeah.
We made too many mistakes. I would love to blame it on the refs because I fucking hate the refs. And the refs did screw us on a couple calls. But Stafford fumbled on like the 10-yard line. And that right there cost us minimum of 3 points. The Kerryon Johnson fumble on the goal line was by far one of the worst officiating calls I've personally ever seen.
Wait, whoa. Oh, you're saying that's an officiating mistake?
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, let's put it this way. He runs the ball to the 1-yard line. Yeah. He gets stood up. Then he starts going down. The forward progress was not called. How do you not call forward progress on a play that lasted 7 seconds when he only ran like 1 yard? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Should have been a whistle. He's going down. Still no fucking whistle. He's on the ground. And this fucking dude pulls the ball out. And everyone on the offense is like, okay, like, there's no way it's not forward progress, down by contact, or something. So pulls the ball out, guy picks up, runs it 99 yards. How in the hell do you not call, at least, even if they got the fumble, how do you not call it dead after the nothing happening for like 6 seconds? Like, dude, that's bull. And then, like, literally the whole offense, nobody was like, oh, it's a fumble, like, Kerryon's down. All this bullshit, whatever. 2 pass interferences in our fucking end zone while we're on offense. How do you not call pass interference? There was times where they were blocking us.
Those were such BS.
Yes,
that I 100% agree with you
dude,
with.
There was 2 times where they were face guard blocking us, which is legal. Like, you can be in the way but not make contact. People wanted a flag. I personally was like, all right, it was good defense, whatever.
Yeah.
But 2 times in the end zone, they hit our freaking player before he even touched the ball, and they weren't
One of them, his hands were on his face. Literally, there's a still shot of his hand on his. Was it Kerryon Johnson? I think it was Kerryon trying to make a catch. Oh, it was Galladay?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, his hand was straight up on his face. On his face. And you can see the ball like almost there, not touching anybody. Like, it's clear as day. Yeah, no, but I don't see, like, people are blaming Patricia. Like, why didn't you challenge that? It's like, no, dude, they never they never overturn them.
Unless it's
knowing the Lions, the Lions, they definitely wouldn't have overturned it.
Yeah, unless it's like the Saints Rams game, it's not getting overturned. But dude,
so hold up. Okay, so when you bring up the Kerryon Johnson one, and the announcers were saying this while it was going on. So I got this. So maybe you just don't know about this. But apparently this exact same thing happened in a game earlier. Okay? And they
yesterday?
What? No. I think last week.
Okay.
I think it was last week. I don't know. But they were saying, I don't know what game it was either. I think they said a Saints game, like the last Saints game. But anyway, what they did was they called it dead, okay?
Oh, no, it was the Kansas City game. I remember that. I literally heard this today on SiriusXM. They're like, yeah, the same exact thing happened to Kansas City, but they called it dead instead of letting it play out.
And then they couldn't review it. Yeah.
They let it play out, but I personally don't think it was a fumble to begin with.
But it was a fumble. If you look back at the replay,
but how do you progress, bro? Forward progress. As soon as you start getting pushed back.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem with a lot of the fans saying what you're saying. I think that in the end, though, it's the right call. Like, he did fumble it. I get what you're saying. Like, consistency-wise, they should have called it forward progress, because 9 times out of 10 in a game, they're going to call that forward progress. But
on the goal line especially.
on the goal line especially, but they didn't. And then guess what? Like, it literally was a fumble. Like, he was not down and he let go. Carry on. Like, that is a dumbass move, dude. You're on your back, extending on your back. You're giving all you're hoping for is that you're crossing the plane in time. Otherwise, you're leaving it completely vulnerable. You need to, dude, you don't do that. I don't care, dude. You know, we had it was like second down after if you would have gotten down. We would have had other options to get into the goal. Like, don't fucking protect the ball. Like, are you kidding me? We saw it. Jelani Tavai did it against Eckler, you know, like two games ago, right on the goal line, punch it out. Dude, don't protect the ball. That's the most important thing. And then Galladay, you should have fucking tackled him in the end zone and made it a touchback. I don't care. I don't care if you thought the play was dead. They didn't think it was dead. Knock his ass out, you know?
I agree. You have to play to the end.
But this is a theme, though, because in the other major call, which was the taken back touchdown by Galladay, okay, where he caught it, you know, and then they said, oh, no, he didn't complete the process of the catch and all that. Same thing, because I think that if they called it a missed catch, if they called it not a touchdown, okay, and they reviewed it, I would be like, all right, that's the right call, because he did bobble it, and then he had possession after he was already, his ass was out of bounds or something like that, touchdown.
They didn't call that touchdown.
No, dude,
No, you're thinking the other one where he toe tapped. Where he toe tapped, they reviewed it and they ruled it a touchdown. The one where his butt touched the ground, they didn't call it a touchdown. They said that he bobbled it and it was an incomplete.
Are you sure?
100%, like without a doubt.
I thought they called it a touchdown and then they looked back at it and they're like, no.
They did that, but it was the one where he was in the back by the goal post and he landed on his butt and back and it like bobbled on the side. The one where he toe tapped on the complete corner of like the end zone, they ended up calling that a touchdown because that's how he took the lead.
Yeah, no. I know that one. Which one was the one you got called back? That was the one where he was bobbling it, right?
Yeah, it was when he was by the goalpost and he like landed.
And you're saying they never even called that a touchdown?
No, they called it a touchdown and they took it back.
Right. Okay, that one, right? That one. Okay. See, I think that they shouldn't have called it back because consistency-wise, I didn't think it had enough to overturn it. Like, they never call shit back. This is my problem. You know what I mean? They never fucking call shit back. And then when they do, it's like clear as day. This one was like very, 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 very close. Okay. So like, I don't get how you call that back, but I think in the end it's the right call. So I can't agree with it. I think that he was out, you know?
Bro, regardless of all that, those PIs in the end zone, like what the fuck? Like honestly, you can't miss such blatant PIs. They showed that when you're at the game, for some reason, they like 99% of the time don't show replays, even if it goes a commercial break. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But they showed the replays on the two PIs, and the freaking stadium went nuts. And I don't know if it was live at that time, but like everyone was screaming and cussing at the refs and everything because it was so blatant, and they didn't freaking throw the flag. So anyways, the Stafford fumble in the goal line killed us. Kerryon Johnson fumble. Both of those could result in 2 field goals. You know, you do the math. That's a 10-point swing for the Kerryon Johnson fumble because they scored a touchdown. Another 3-point. That's 13 points. You don't know how the game plays out, but that's a lot of freaking points that we would have got compared to them.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And as far as calls go, I didn't see this during the game because I literally was like the complete opposite side of the stadium. But one of the O-linemen on the very last play when they scored that touchdown put Damon Harrison in a chokehold from behind. Like, he literally went around Damon Harrison and had him around the neck and was, choking him.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of things that are missed. And you can say that about any game, any play, whatever. But, dude, some of them were so bad. And, like, it's one thing if it was a hold or, like, whatever. But these are, like, pass interferences. The guy's getting the ball thrown his way, you know? How do you miss that? That's all you're looking at, you know? So, long story short, the Lions played their ass off. We had such minimal errors, and the flags killed us again. But I thought coaching was really great. Players did really well, and you ended up missing 2 injuries. So Quandre Diggs went down in the first half, which...
Did I not say Diggs?
No, you didn't. But
Oh,
dude,
yeah, no, I
Diggs,
meant Diggs too.
that's
Yeah,
a huge loss to our defense, especially secondary.
huge,
While we already have Slay out,
huge.
Mike Ford went down during the game for a little
Oh
bit, but I
yeah,
think he came back. And
Yeah,
Hawkinson literally looked like he died on the play.
yeah.
So like,
Because of a dumb decision by him. What are
yeah.
you doing, bro?
But
What
I
are you
love
doing?
Hawk. But I mean, yeah, we had a lot of injuries. I
Did
think
we get any information on the Diggs injury?
it was a hamstring. He pulled his hamstring.
Okay, all right. So hopefully nothing serious.
Yeah,
Okay,
hopefully he's fine.
and
But
Hawkinson is concussion. He's in concussion
they
protocol.
said concussion and shoulder, so I'm a little worried because if his shoulder's hurt, that was a really bad injury. And I don't know if it was just because he went unconscious or what. But I mean, we have the bye week coming up, and then our next game is Monday night, so he has like 15 days to heal.
Yeah.
So does everyone else. So it was a great time to have a bye week with all our injuries.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm nervous because of those injuries, but man. All right, so let's get into.
Yeah, they still played through it. So I mean,
I can't believe how well they played. Like we kept Mahomes from scoring a single touchdown. That's crazy. That's insane. If you would have told me that Darius Slay is gonna be out and Patrick Mahomes isn't gonna throw a touchdown against us, are you kidding me?
I would have bet my life savings that.
Yeah,
you're
I was
wrong.
like, definitely wrong. That's a joke. Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of the let's talk about the great things because there's so many great things, man. So like, dude, our secondary's performance, given that Slay and Quandre Diggs were not in, this is a historic Lions performance for a secondary, in my opinion. Like, dude, who is coaching the punch drill? You know what I mean? Who is coaching that punch drill?
I was so happy about that. I'm like, bro, where has this been, bro? Like, I want to see you pull your freaking Charles Tillman every time
they kept saying that.
you
They
tackle
kept saying
him.
that.
Wrap with one arm, punch with the other.
Yeah, man. Justin Coleman, especially. Jeez, that dude is a beast. I'm so happy we signed him.
And Agnew on that special teams play, I was like, bro, hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
And it was hype.
Gosh, man, I'm just so pumped. I loved watching our secondary go off, and then even our linebackers, man, double teaming Kelsey. Oh my God, that was amazing. That was amazing. That one trick play by Kelsey though. God, gotta give it to him. Like, damn, like that is so ballsy, and to do it, oh my God, it's just, damn, that's crazy,
dude. Watching it live, I literally didn't have a single clue of what happened because I was on the other side, so I saw Kelsey catch the ball, and then I was like, how the fuck does McCoy have it 20 yards down the field? I literally was like, and nobody does that, dude. Nobody pitches.
Nobody.
Game, you know? So I was like, yo, kudos to you because that was a game-changing play.
I want to know if that was drawn up by Andy Reid or not, or if Kelsey is just that much of a bad motherfucker, you know?
I don't think you draw that up, dude. That's so risky.
Dude, oh my gosh, like that could have ended the game. Oh man. Okay, so one thing that really killed me on the inside, like definitely a part of me died when this happened, was when fourth quarter Mahomes runs for the first down. Oh, like on the fourth and 8 or 4th and 5. Oh,
yeah, 4th and 8. I'm gonna break this down to you. First off, the stadium went quiet, bro. Everyone was heartbroken. You knew. You're like, if they get this fucking first down,
it's over.
Just fuck. You know, they're gonna get a field goal at the very least. Anyways, I watched the replay, and Christian Jones fucked up.
Wow.
So everyone, was guarding all the wide receivers, running back, whatever. Tavon Wilson was shadowing the running back on that play who went for a route. And Christian Jones was supposed to spy Mahomes. But they fucking double teamed the running back because he got confused. He was originally up spying, and then for some reason he just went. And so if he was spying, Mahomes probably wouldn't have ran that. And if he did,
don't even tell me that. I don't even want to hear that.
So that was a busted play by Christian Jones. And I was like, bro, you can't make that mistake. You've been in the league way too long. And he probably could have caught up to Mahomes because Jones is a quick linebacker. And Mahomes is he's quick, but he's not a wide receiver or running back, So it would have been close, but he wouldn't have gained 25 fucking yards or whatever he did.
Dude, I don't even want to hear that. That's sad.
Yeah. So I was going to bring that up in one of the negatives later on, but like I said, there was only a couple bad things, and that was killer because of where it was in the game and the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Other positives, I'm pretty sure Carry-On got over 100 yards.
Carry-On ran phenomenal. This is the first time he didn't have 8-9 people in the box.
Yeah.
And look what he did. I mean, honestly, and our O-line a couple of times opened up holes that were magnificent. And sometimes the swing blocker, we still had him on top of a big hole. So, I mean, our O-line played phenomenal in the run blocking game. Goal line was a little different, but that's goal line is hard. And then Carry-On played well. Dude, our wide receivers played their asses off. I mean, Galladay, phenomenal game. We didn't have Danny Amendola. We lost Hawkinson during the game. And Marvin Hall, we just brought up to the team.
Because practice squad guy.
We dropped or released Travis Fulgham. And my dude had like 2 big catches. Back shoulder, dude, on the sideline. Phenomenal catch. I literally don't have anything bad to say besides the Stafford fumble.
So let's not get into the big. Let's not get into the bad guy. I got a couple things to say about it. Because you brought up the offensive line, and I read something it was on Bleacher Report. Let me just see if I can pull it up. But it's the Frank Ragnow and where is it?
Glasgow.
Yeah. You heard that? You saw that?
I just know they're our top 2 linemen, so I figured you're talking about them.
Where'd it go? It doesn't matter. Dude, Graham Glasgow so Frank Ragnow was rated the number 1 run blocking center in the NFL up to this point, and Glasgow was rated the number 1 run blocking guard up to this point in the season. That's incredible, man. That's crazy, given that our run game has sucked ass until this week, you know. But oh man, I'm so proud. Yeah, it's like once we got rid of that O-line coach, I was like, oh, this is a new day in Detroit. You know what I mean?
Oh, he sucks so bad.
And then Jim Bob. So this is my number one positive of the game. Darrell Bevell. Oh my gosh, like, dude, Lions fans need to figuratively worship at the altar of Darrell Bevell, because he is the man, dude. We have been begging for good play calling for so long.
Like 5 years, man.
I know.
He dials up.
Lenahan was the best thing we had to a good play caller, and even he was not that great because he didn't know how to really switch it up. He didn't know how to scheme for a run game, and I mean, clearly he needed somebody like Zeke to do that in Dallas. You know, we didn't have anything close to that.
Dude, I mean, Bevell was dialing up some good plays. That screen to the tight end, bro. Like, he's being creative. Like, he has great play calling. I mean, there's some times where I'm like, bro, you can't run that many times, let alone it's a stacked box. Like, you need to freaking audible out or something. Like, you can't just do it to do it sometimes. Like, whatever. Yeah. But I mean, great.
Screenplays he runs are fantastic. I love them. They're design screenplays where our O line is blocking. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think there was. Dude, I loved it. That's all I gotta say. There's no either other words to say besides good job, Darrell Bevell. Like, you have came into this offense and shown what it's actually like, the value of our players here, because they were all overlooked because of how crappy our play calling has been. Stafford looks like Stafford. People are saying, oh my God, Stafford looks amazing. He looks like a brand new Stafford. No, this is literally Stafford that we have known, that we love. And that, he's finally getting his time to shine. His abilities are being highlighted because of the play calling, and I think it's great. He was hurt. Who says he was hurt? You know what I mean? If you see that game, nobody's saying he's hurt. If you didn't know, you know what I mean? Yeah. This dude was, oh my God, it was just perfect. I loved everything about the aggressive play calling and how they didn't let up. I just hope they continue that. I don't want them to just be, this is just a Kansas City game plan. No, let's F people up, you know? Come on.
I've been saying that for years, dude. The more aggressive teams are always the teams with better records. You look at freaking the Patriots, Kansas City, Steelers before, the last 2 years. all these teams, they don't stop until you are literally like ready to walk out of the stadium. And they don't even pull their stars. They'll be up like the Patriots will be 40-0 against a team, and they won't pull Tom Brady because they want to like they just want to like crush your freaking hopes and dreams, dude. And like the Lions, we have the potential. We can drive down the field easily. You just have to dial up aggressive play calls and execute like we can, you know? So,
Yeah. We have the players to execute. Yeah, exactly. We need to dial up the right play calling, and he did it. You know, and then and Patricia, like we all had that feeling. We all have that feeling with Patricia. Like any given Sunday, he can prepare for that team and identify their weaknesses and have his team execute on those weaknesses. And he clearly showed that this game. Like, dude, man, I don't think last year it was the Rams, and it was like the Patriots said that, oh yeah, we used the Lions game plan to defeat their offense or to scheme against their offense. That's exactly what's going to happen against Kansas City. Everybody's going to look at Detroit's game plan. How the hell did they shut down Patrick Mahomes? Because nobody was able to do it before, and we did.
Well, touching off that, our D line I thought played really well. I mean, they brought a lot of pressure, dude.
Oh yeah.
I just read something. They said Flowers is like the second overall in pressures on the season, which I was thinking like that's weird because I feel like we haven't been getting much pressure. But I mean, it's a stat. But this game, he played phenomenal. I mean, our D line, like they were getting pressure. They were making Mahomes uncomfortable. Mahomes was missing a lot of passes. He had to roll out a lot. You know, he was getting hit a little bit, which also there was a roughing the pass call that was bullshit. A little.
Oh yeah. Oh my.
Which is 2 weeks in a row.
Believe that.
2 weeks in a row where we go like this, and they barely fall, and it's roughing the passer. But other teams in the league are just obliterating quarterbacks. But it's not Brady or Mahomes. It's Minshew, for instance, just gets wrecked after play. Barely can stand after the play. No roughing the passer. Bro, he released the ball like a second and a half before he got hit. So these refs are like not protecting the quarterbacks.
No, they're not.
And D-line played phenomenal. That single high safety coverage that we were doing is not easy to pull off because it gives advantage to the quarterback. But dude, like all of our cornerbacks were just shadowing the wide receivers like crazy, and they're speedy. Like they are some of the fastest wide receivers in the league, and they did a phenomenal job. And like the whole defensive scheme was phenomenal. I mean, dude, I mean, like besides those big plays, like you said, which there's only a couple, everything else is like a couple of yards here, couple of yards here, a penalty, whatever. Like offensively, the Chiefs didn't really do that much. It was just there was a couple plays that got them across the field and like they executed whatever. Like, dude, hell of a game.
Yeah. Another shout out. Oh, one more shout out. Let's Tavon Wilson, man, stepping in for Diggs, and like he played great. He played great, and Tracy Walker is now it's per usual. He's playing amazing every single week. I can't believe this. Like, oh my God. And like this was our biggest weak point this offseason. Everybody was like, our secondary, what are we going to do? Is it going to be Rashaan Melvin on the other side of Slay? Is it going to be Amani Oruwariye? Are we going to move Justin Coleman there? What are we going to do? We need to sign somebody. And look at this. Oh my God. Dude, I haven't seen a Lions secondary look this good ever.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Slay is Slay, so you don't have to worry about him. It sucks they didn't get to play. Diggs is good. He's smart. Tracy Walker's athletic, and he's fixing his mistakes each game. And then you got Justin Coleman, they said was so bad this offseason and preseason, but like he's playing great. I mean, he's punching balls out too. Melvin, I literally was like, bro, Melvin was a steal, and he's showing it.
Yeah.
And he's a little banged up too, and he's playing well. Even
I'm pissed he's only on a 1-year deal.
Oh, I hope we re-sign him for cheap.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, secondary's playing great. Our linebackers are getting healthier. Our D-line, like, it sucks because we have hasn't even played yet, and he was our best D-lineman last year with Snacks. And, like, they're night and day. One's a run stuffer, and the other one can do everything, So it's like when we have Hand in the rotation and, like, Daniel's hurt, like, the injury sucks. But, like, our defense is playing well. Our schemes are phenomenal. I mean, we're stopping high-powered offenses. Chargers are freaking great scorers. The Eagles, and I know the Eagles were banged up, but I mean, they had a couple lucky plays, and then
Kyler Murray is looking not as bad as we thought. Kyler Murray and their offense looking not too bad. That tie.
Honestly,
yeah,
that game we should have won, and we could have easily beat them by 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, but we pulled off the gas significantly, and that's why when you look at these games, they're playing more aggressive because they know. Like you watch a game as a coach, like all we had to do is keep doing what we were doing.
Yeah,
but they didn't because they fucking got passive and just wanted to guarantee the victory, but they completely messed up by doing that.
Right.
Anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all right, so we're running a little over on time, so let's just cut it off here. All right, this is I think this was a great episode. Great week of football. Oh man, just an awesome. Even though we lost, it's almost a moral victory,
I want to hear the fans about what they thought about that officiating.
Yeah.
You better comment.
yeah.
Let me know if I'm wrong.
Honestly, what I want to see, the fans can argue all they want, whatever. I want to see national recognition from the media. I want to see, come on, nobody's talking about us. Nobody. And it's like, because you know what? It's the people that didn't watch the game and they're looking at the thing. They're like, oh, Lions almost won. They should have pulled it off. You know what I mean? It's like, you didn't see this game, how amazing we were. And what we had to overcome.
20 seconds left. And even then, we still drove down the field and almost scored.
Yeah. So Lions fans, something to be very proud of. Man, we're 2-1-1 going into the bye week. Oh my God, what a great start to the season. Let's see what the rest brings. All right, so we're the real Detroit Lions fans. If you're also a real Detroit Lions fan, we want you to subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the like button. We want to hear your feedback. And we'll see. We're gonna do another video talking about the next week, going into the bye week. What does our future look like as the Lions take on the Packers in 2 weeks? And then what does our division look like going forward as well? But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Go Lions.